Welcome to D&D Through the Worlds, where I take characters from different works of fiction and say what I think they'd be as D&D characters. Today's characters are from Alice in Wonderland. The first character is Alice herself. I have Alice as a Kinder due to her adventurous spirit and her constantly looking for a story to tell. I have her as an alchemist artificer. Through her adventures, she's finding different magical items like the food and drink that make her grow and shrink, and she utilizes them through her adventures in different iterations. I have her as a Fey Lost. She comes to this magical world and goes through and meets all its inhabitants and deals with its items and its magics and the laws of the world. And when she comes back, she's very clearly a different person affected by the world she was in. And I have her as Chaotic Good. She is a well-meaning individual. She doesn't mean anyone harm, but she doesn't really follow any sorts of laws or rules or anything like that. She does what she sees as necessary or best for herself in the moment. Next is the Mad Hatter. I have the Hatter as a hobgoblin due to his flamboyant nature, and in a lot of iterations he's kind of the rallying force to those around him. I have him as a bard of the School of Spirits. Through his stories about the different creatures and people in the world, he inspires those around him and makes them think and kind of guides them into thinking in new ways. I have him as the artisan background. He comes from a family of hatters. That is their art. For an artisan, it kind of becomes part of their personality what they make, and that fits for him. And I also have him as a Chaotic Good entity. He is constantly looking for what's best for himself and those around him, but he doesn't follow any set of laws or what people want of him. He does what he thinks will lead him to doing what's right. The next character is the Cheshire Cat. I have Chesh as a plasmoid. Most people would probably think Tabaxi because, he's a cat, but I went with Plasmoid because of his amorphous tendencies. He's constantly changing how he looks and contorting himself and phasing in and out of the world and all these sorts of things that really don't fit a creature that is solid. I have him as an arcane trickster rogue. He's very sly and cunning and mysterious, and it all kind of lends to his magic that he uses of phasing and kind of teleporting, it would seem, and shifting. I have him as the faceless background because he's one of the characters that you really don't know anything about. He kind of becomes what he wants to become and never reveals anything about his story beyond what is happening in the moment. And I have him as chaotic neutral. I really don't think Chesh is looking out for anyone's best interest. I think he's just kind of doing what he feels like in the moment, which fits to the chaos as well. He isn't good or bad. He's not following any set of laws. He's just kind of doing what he wants to in the moment.